morning from the streets of Chicago. Straight from the streets, y'all. When I was in my late teens, well, in my teens in general, and my early 20s, I always wore a flat bill hat and usually slightly turned a little sideways. All my cars had big subwoofers, and you can find me bumping to who knows what, some Cadillac Dawn and stuff like that. All my friends considered me like the redneck gangster. I guess it's true to my roots that I'm just a redneck. I mean, well, we were supposed to actually load yesterday, and due to the crane breaking down, we couldn't make our reload, so. And they got a new staging yard. Yeah. Well, we've been here a couple hours already, and ain't moved none. Got over here kind of early. I don't know, they used to, and granted I hadn't been here in a few months, you'd get here 6 o'clock in the morning, you'd be practically, there'd be 3 or 4 trucks maybe here. Sometimes you'd be the only truck. And normally you got here in the mornings, they were moving them right along, but so far I've seen a couple of day cabs go in and only a handful of, well, probably 2 or 3 sleeper trucks pull out. And I don't know what the deal is. I do know if they don't hurry up, I ain't gonna make it over in time to deliver today. And much like yesterday, it'll screw up the rest of my, pretty much yesterday it screwed up my plan for the week, or at least the way I had things scheduled in my head. And this is really gonna screw it up. See, while, if I could make my delivery today, I wouldn't be able to load today, get my reload back. But if I can't deliver today and I have to deliver in the morning, then basically what's going to happen is my plan today, to unload, or load and then unload, was to go down and get close to where I got to load there first thing in the morning, and then buggy on back to Missouri, get unloaded, and then get down and get my next reload. Or at least get staged for that so I can load it and possibly deliver same day, and kind of keep a somewhat decent schedule so I don't have to work late on Friday. We made it in finally. I think I'm in the right spot. I don't know. We shall see. Alright, we are loaded. We got to pull down and strap the load. Google's ready for me to roll. One of the downfalls about driving through Illinois, especially on I-72, is there's no rest areas to pull over on or pull over at. And Illinois, the way they set up all their exits off of highways, it seems like, is they don't want you going straight across. They want you turning left or right. So you gotta do a little constructive driving to get through there without running curbs over, tearing up tires, ripping axles out, and all that fun stuff. I'm overdue for my peanut butter and honey sandwich. We're gonna make this one a double decker. Am I the only one that, when growing up, that something like this would have been considered a Big Mac when you asked for a Big Mac? We can't afford to go to McDonald's. We'll make you a Big Mac when we get home. You know, whether it's peanut butter and jelly or bologna and cheese, but you know, they were 3 slices of bread and, you know, 2 layers of filler. Everybody called that a Big Mac growing up. I don't think I ever had a real Big Mac from McDonald's until I was like 13, 14 years old. Because I was always told this is a Big Mac. I almost thought I pulled in next to the Wicked Intent semi-truck. I realized he had fenders. And it looks like Cascadia mirrors. That don't add up. It's a decent looking old Western Star. It's a 4900 EX, not a SF or whatever. Slant hood though. Tying a horse and buggy up here in Cameron, Missouri. We're at US 36 and I-35. Only got a handful of miles to go down to deliver, but there's really nowhere good between here and there to park it. And that sun is just right in my face. And it don't help my windshield's a little buggered up, but man, God, that's like there's a restaurant, there's a Wendy's and whatnot, truck stop across the road. But this little truck stop used to have a little restaurant. You can't see it because of my window. What I'm hoping for is go in and get something to eat. I don't think when I get dessert, I got my apple cinnamon roll thing that my wife made in the refrigerator. Don't look like much, but it smells and tastes good. Go ahead and put this old boy back in. I've been getting an antenna warning on that radio, on my Mirage specifically, and it kind of started goofing up on me. And I'm just going to test it. I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to leave it on there, but even the Cobra was giving me an antenna warning there for a while, and so I was kind of took a bunch of stuff apart, looked at it. The stud that the antenna goes on right there, kind of pulled it apart. The old man's like, hey, he'd been having CB issues with his truck, and he's like, I just pulled that apart and put the isolator on the bottom, and now my antenna light went off with my Cobra. So I did a little research. I did it, and yeah, it took the antenna light off the Cobra. But I did a little research, and everything said, don't do that, Clint. So I switched it around. Actually, I pulled it apart, and there's little prongs inside that the hot side of the antenna goes into, and I squeezed them together. Where they had a really good contact on the antenna itself, or on the stud, however you want to call it, or the coax, I should say. And then took the CB, and I did the same thing on the back side of it because it had a pretty loose connection too. And, I mean, I'm picking up all sorts of skip and static. I wasn't doing that before, so hopefully maybe I can start using my Mirage again instead of using the old Cobra. I like the Mirage better. I like a little bit of echo, a little bit of talkback. I don't know. And either way, we're going to give the Mirage a shot a little while. See if it keeps working. If not, we'll go back to the Cobra. I honestly think my issue with the Mirage really wasn't the Mirage as much as operator error, in the sense that the you turn it on, I was just keying up, kind of testing it on some off channels, and wasn't getting no sound, and I got to playing with the knobs, and the mic gain was turned all the way down. The mic gain and the RF gain, radio frequency gain, are on the same knob, and I'm sure I was probably trying to turn it down to drown out Mud Duck, and I might have turned the wrong knob. Oops. We'll test it. Just we'll walk inside, see if they got a restaurant still. Big old W9 with a lit up reefer unit. Peterbilt with the grain wagon. Fireball sitting in the dark. Well, dinner is 8. Yeah, it's alright for the shrimp Alfredo. The shrimp tastes really good. The Alfredo sauce is, it's good. Not something to go crazy about, I guess. At least, not in my books. It's okay. Like Nellie's Diners or not. We're going to get ready. Call it a night. Just lay down and watch Cletus's new video. I think I want to go get a wisdom tooth pulled eventually. We got jaws hurting and wisdom tooth. I don't know. Y'all stay safe out there. God bless you. We'll catch you on the next one.